We're recording. 3, 2, 1, no! Are you ready for the petty? Get in, losers.
This is Petty and Unbothered, where we love growth, but we also love a minor grudge.
Where we're celebrating your petty parts and breaking down petty pop culture.
I'm Robin, a multi-hyphenate creative.
And I'm Lora, aka TIta Lors, a licensed marriage and family therapist. Come sit with us.
Hey!
Ho! Hey! Ho! We are never going to get through an episode without having to sing something.
Yeah, it's a musical podcast.
This is. Did people not know that that's what they were signing up for?
Yeah, seriously.
I feel like they should have known that at some point, right? Like, that's
Right.
important. We say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty important.
Yeah, exactly. So
We might just burst out into song and you wouldn't even be expecting it.
ever. Well, now you should expect it, I think. It should be a part of your everyday expectations.
Yeah, you've been giving a warning.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's up, Robin?
Yo. Just chilling with my smoothie.
Ooh, what kind of smoothie?
Oh, it's got a homemade kefir. It's got a lot of frozen bananas, cranberries, and pomegranate seeds.
Ooh, pomegranate seeds. So good. I
It's
have
really
a love-hate relationship with smoothies. Because
do tell.
when I was younger, I drank one and the fruit wasn't completely like mixed in. So it had this mushy texture and I drank it through a straw.
Oh.
And I was like, what's in my mouth? Gross. So ever since then, me and smoothies have a love-hate relationship. It's yeah, I love it because I love the flavor of it, but I'm always so hesitant because I'm scared that it's not going to be fully smoothified or whatever. Or blended. There we go. There's the words. Real words.
You don't want to surprise
it won't be completely blended, and I exactly. It's so gross.
I'll make you one. You'll like it. I hope.
Oh yeah. I know I will.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I mentioned I got rid of some strawberries in the fridge too.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Good stuff.
We have a whole bunch of frozen fruits that we got to get rid of. Or maybe just throw away because I don't know how long they've been there. But I put it in my head. The idea was that I was going to start making smoothies for me and the girls because we're going to be a healthy family. No,
not so much.
I did not. I got the individual like blenders.
Oh wow.
Yes, and it's going to be a whole thing. This is how I was going to get them to get more fiber in their diet and be healthier. And we're going to be like more granola. Granola?
Granola?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Vanilla granola? No.
Vanilla granola. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't happen. So what else? It's fine.
Hey, you never know. Just keep manifesting it.
Yeah, eventually. Someday I'll get there. Some days I do it. Other days, they get fed.
All right. Anywho. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Okay. So I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you currently, or have you ever had any long-standing grudges?
Ooh. Okay. I have one. This is kind of crazy. It goes back to college where one of our assignments was to come in with a monologue
Okay.
And I had been tossing around some different ones and talking to other students in my dorm situation, and I brought one up, and this one gal who I was knew but not super well, but was in my class, was like, "Ooh, I love that monologue. That sounds really good." And I hadn't really decided on one, but it really got to me when her day to bring in the monologue was before mine, and she picked one of the ones that I brought up.
Wow.
And I was like, are you serious? Like, I literally, there's no way it just, wow.
Popped in your head. You didn't decide on that on your own.
No. And so I was like, I guess on the bright side, that narrows it down which one I'm going to pick to work on. But, and luckily we didn't have to have it memorized. It was more just like, which one are you going to do? But for a long time, I was just like, man, how dare she steal my idea? What if I started memorizing it? I don't know. So I'm kind of over it now, but it does come up every once in a while. I'm just like, really? Wow. Like, to steal my idea and have the nerve to come into class and present it. It's just.
Yeah. Or not even to be like, hey, you know, is this the one that you're going to choose? Because I'm starting to really grow fond of it. I'm thinking it's what I'm going to do. Is that okay with you?
Total. Yeah. I mean, that seems like the adult way to handle it, but
yeah,
I guess not.
yeah. Or even while she's doing it, even like like, oh, I got this idea from Robin. Sorry. Thank you so much for letting me steal this from you. My
right?
bad.
Yeah, I guess I just really wanted yes, that's the word. So it just caused me to have kind of it was really hard for me to see past that. When I'd see her in the halls, I'd be like, monologue stealer.
Thanks.
Oh, and it just, I guess it bothered me too, is because like when she ended up doing it, she was like all like, I'm so good at this monologue, and she got pretty good praise for it. And so I was like, man, could have been me.
Yeah. Sure.
That's just one that really popped into my mind just now.
Nice.
What about you?
Yeah. So in college, I had made a friend, like one of the first friends that I made out there. And like we ended up living together at some point in college, and I thought she was a close friend, and I did my best to like really show up for her. And I thought I was showing up for her. I obviously she didn't. But like for her birthday, me and one of our other roommates, we like threw her a party. We invited people from the collective club that we were in. We kept her from getting like seriously ill drunk, which she was actually pissed about because like she was wasted, and we're like, maybe you should stop. And so I just started giving her water. I was like, just making sure she was safe, right? And that made her mad. And then it was 4 or 5 of us in one, like, not dorm, but it was like college specific style apartments. And there's, like rooms, there are 4 rooms, and then our collective living area. So there are 2 people who lived with us, I think, that were like more popular, so to speak, in the club, and like, maybe more traditionally attractive. People liked them. And I think she was definitely more invested in those relationships than with her relationship with me and my other roommate. And so she would like try to go and hang out with them, or try to get invited by them to go to places. But then they would always like ditch her and stuff. And yeah, it was just crazy to me. From my eyes and my perspective, they were nice enough gals, but they didn't treat her very well or very kindly. And that was annoying to me, because if you just want to be friends with someone, then don't be an asshole. Don't be friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, we just want to hang out together, but don't abandon people in unsafe places, like a party where they may or may not know people in college. So just things like that. And like, there's a lot going on with me, and expectations from my parents of like whether or not I was supposed to be driving home every weekend, and just a lot of different things, and a lot of different things within just our family dynamics. And it just got to a point where this person was like calling me out for, I guess, not being a good friend. And also like they were finding themselves in this kind of relationship where it was so obvious he just wasn't that into her. And I was like trying to kindly say that without saying it, like, I don't know if you want to put all your eggs in that basket. Like, the way he's treating you doesn't seem like this is going where you want it to go, kind of situation. She didn't like that. So anyways, eventually she called me out and was like, you're patronizing, and you're just not a good friend. You don't ask about my day. You don't ask me about this or that or whatever. And I was like, the fudge monkeys are you talking about? Not only do I drive you to and from school whenever you ask me to, or to college, right? Like to campus, whenever you ask me to, whenever you need to, like, who do you talk to about this stuff?
Oh my
I take
gosh.
you, I take you shopping to find a dress for the event that we were going to, like doing all of these things with you. And I'm trying to drive home, and I'm trying to go to school, and like all of these things. I never see you. When was the last time you asked me about my life and what I'm doing? And anyways, our lease ended, and I found out that on, what is it, like Live Journal or whatever, some blog thing.
Zynga or whatever.
Zynga. Oh my God. It was Zynga. Yes.
Dang.
She had written a goodbye to all of her roommates, and to me, she basically just called me a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, I don't know. I just felt like you always used me. For the fuck, why? What did you offer me? How the use you? That line, I was okay with her. I was like, okay, you know what? This is just a friendship that's run its course. It is what it is. Whatever. We're still in the same club. We still have to see each other. We're on campus. We have similar friends. It's fine. And then I read that line. Honestly, just felt like you used me. Lost it. I lost it after that.
Oh, man. That's like a self-werewolf situation where she's like talking about herself.
Yeah. So from then on, just like people that we would be around all collectively knew that I couldn't stand her. Like they would say her name and I'd roll my eyes. And I'd be like, or like heavy sigh or whatever. And even now to this day, if I hang out with anybody from college days and they say her name or they, mention her, whatever, I'm just like, oh God, her.
So it's still a heavy grudge.
It's not a heavy grudge. It's now to this point, it's just like, it's kind of funny. It's a little petty too. Oh, that just reminded me of like a petty thing that happened. So I'm like, I don't care. You do not live rent free in my head. If I don't have to think about you, I don't ever. And one of our mutual friends, she was getting married, so she had like a bridal shower, and we were both there. And I was saying hi to like all these people that I hadn't seen since college, and I was ready to say hi to her, and she completely ignored me.
Please.
Yeah, I was like gonna walk up to her. I was like saying hi to somebody next to her, and I was gonna be like, "Hey, how are you?" And ignored me, walked away, nothing. And I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'm not the only one holding a grudge. I don't know why you would have a grudge against me. What did I ever do to you? Except literally drive you everywhere. NBD. But like, what else?"
I guess she was really serious about the goodbye note on Zanga.
Yeah, well, it was goodbye to everyone, but she like it was
Yeah.
so kind to everyone. Thank you for being such a good roommate. I always feel like you had my back.
Oh boy.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't actually know if that's what she said to them, but it was very like kiss ass to the other two.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like mid for who's now like my really good friend.
Yeah.
And then it was you just used me.
That's crazy.
Wild of you to say when you had nothing to offer.
Man. Well, I can see why that's definitely grudge worthy.
Yeah. So it's still like obviously like boils me up a little when I talk about it. But now it's just kind of funny. It's funny to me that you would think that way when you literally had nothing to offer me. You had no advice to offer me. You had no empathy that you offered me. You didn't have a car. You didn't have time. You had
True.
nothing to offer me. So at this point,
Yeah.
it's just a funny story that I get to talk about. No.
Yeah, totally. Oh man.
Anyways.
Yeah, I didn't have
So,
to deal with cars or anything like that or family things because I went across the country from California to New York for college. So
oh, that's right.
I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. Anywho.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to actually, but I don't know. I think I was afraid of whether or not it was going to be affordable. And my mom didn't really want me to leave. So I just stayed.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it was like a 3-hour drive from home, maybe with
Nice.
traffic.
Oh, wow. So it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
it would not too bad. Yeah. From, do you know, like, because you're NorCal, right? That's where you're from?
Like Central Coast, so like
Oh,
halfway.
Central.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know like the Riverside area?
Yeah, I'm very familiar. I lived in LA, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it'd be like driving from like the Torrance South Bay area to Riverside.
Oh wow. That's a
Yeah.
bit of a drive.
Yeah. And all of the like the 91, 15,
It's
215
out
and all
there.
that. Yeah, with a lot of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jeez.
anyways, I ask because a few weeks ago, I told you that Banksy had been revealed and that I wanted to do more research about Banksy and,
Yes.
history and all of that stuff. So I thought that that's what I was going to do, bring you the
Okay.
life and times of Banksy. But, you know, the rabbit takes you where you follow.
Mm-hmm.
And we we arrived at a grudge. Or not a
Hmm.
grudge, a feud, I guess. So the rabbit and I, we arrived at a feud. And it's Banksy versus King Robbo.
Hmm.
And there's an article that I read and it was like, what was it called? It was called, I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, The Battle for the Soul of Street Art.
Ooh.
Yeah, so good. So it's the battle for the soul of street art. And in order for me to get into all of that, we're going to have to do a part one.
Ooh, two-parters. Sounds
Yes, a
good.
two-parter. I've got to set the scene and
Mm-hmm.
talk about graffiti culture and the history of graffiti culture so that we can get to the point where we talk about their feud and their rivalry and where that came from.
I love that.
Yeah, because there's so many things that I didn't realize about graffiti culture or that subculture of like street art versus graffiti and all of that stuff. So let's crack into it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So I like, honestly, the etymology of different words. I think it gives you a different understanding of the words oftentimes. So it's really fun. This one, graffiti is a term that comes from the Greek graphian. I don't know if I'm saying these right. Sorry, I didn't look it up. And it means to scratch, draw, or write. And then in Italian, graffiare, I don't know, to scribble.
That sounded good.
Yeah, thanks. I try. Let's all pretend. So these terms were used by archaeologists. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get a lot of sleep, so it's going to be a rough one. These terms are used by archaeologists to describe the inscriptions found on ancient ruins, primarily in Pompeii circa 1851. So that's like when it was first used and coined. That's from Etymology Online. And then there was this really amazing article on Graffiti, I think .com, where it talks about like the history of graffiti. There's 2 articles that I used. One was by Graffiti and Sotheby, actually. Sotheby, Sotheby. How do you say that?
I think it's like Sotheby.
Sotheby?
Yeah, I don't. I'm just guessing, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, so they did an article on the evolution of street art and how it has like changed the landscape of cities, and both are really great. So in ancient historic times, people used writings on walls and freight trains. Did I say ancient? In recent historic times, people used writings on walls and freight trains to communicate with one another while traveling through the country. These markings were a code providing crucial information for those in need about work and safety. It was a language created by folks who were likely not allowed to and therefore unable to read and write. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to say illiterate because technically it's correct, but I feel like it's not. It doesn't really capture what's going on, right? It's not their fault. They can't read or write most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's because they weren't allowed to. So these markings, they created essentially their own language. So it's not illiterate because you can understand these scripts and these symbols. So that's in its own way a language and in its own way reading and writing. So I didn't feel like saying illiterate was proper in this sense. So later, artists used graffiti to display art and make political commentary and mark territory amongst various gangs. In 1960, a teenager whose name I didn't write down, but he went by the name of Cornbread. He was the first to tag his name rather than a gang name or symbol, and this was in Philadelphia. He got notoriety because he had a crush and he was writing all over Philadelphia, Cornbread loves whoever this is. And in that story, it has a happy ending. He got the girl. Yay him. Go Cornbread. So by him and his friends, his crew, because they did that, Graffiti says, this act took graffiti out of gang hands and in the streets. So with time, artists began to recognize each other's work, turning the art form competitive. And in New York City, the practice of bombing became prevalent, where artists were competing to see who could tag the most trains. Do you see this still in New York?
Yeah, I still do see some. Yeah. Not as much as it used to be, but yeah.
Yeah. So there was a kind of a lull for a little bit where many artists walked away from street art. or the street art scene because there were a lot of crackdowns against graffiti. So like curfews, the transit police, all of that stuff. Also, there was an increase in the cocaine epidemic, and because of drug culture, a lot more people were carrying guns, so it just kind of became unsafe.
Hmm.
So people stopped doing that. And then in 1980, hip hop made its way to the UK. And along with, hip hop and culture and DJing and breakdancing and all of that, also came graffiti. And then in that time, spray paint was more graffiti friendly. And there were new techniques being used, like stickers and stencils. So this made it easier and faster for artists to create without getting caught.
Mm.
Yeah, stickers and stencils, does that remind you of any specific artist?
Let me think.
And then side note, did you know that there was a difference between graffiti writers and graffiti artists?
No.
I didn't either. I was reading through stuff and I was like, oh, this says writers, but this says artists, and what's the difference? So writers use stylized lettering, and it's more often seen as illegal because you're more than likely tagging like a crew or yourself or whatever. So it's more seen as illegal. And then artists are typically more stylized images and murals. And because of that, it's seen as less illegal, more legal ish status, which I guess makes sense. If you're a
Yeah.
writer, you're like writing letters and stuff, and artists are more images, but I don't see why one is more legal than the other. I think it's all. Anyways, we'll get into that later. And then what's for you? What do you think the difference between graffiti and street art is?
That's a hard one. Because
Mm-hmm.
now over time I've seen them as kind of melded together in a way because I
Mm-hmm.
see it all
Mm-hmm.
kind of as art. I'd say like the tagging of it all, some of it when it's
Mm-hmm.
um on top of something that is nice and they're kind of destroying something, it's kind of a bummer. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was wondering if the graffitiing was like the tagging where it's like a real quick thing and
Mm-hmm.
the art is more of a picture. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's getting pretty muddled. Um, because, and we'll get into this a little bit, but like graffiti has now gotten more commercialized.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm thinking there's something more in the culture of it, which we'll get into next week. But there's a difference in the commercial of it, where street art is more the commercial of it. Oh my God, brain, why are you not working today? Um, street art, it's not even just for the streets anymore because it's being commercialized, right? People are getting paid now to do this.
Galleries and things too.
Exactly. Whereas graffiti is there, it's still a subculture of um, of anonymity and not getting paid and doing it for the the commentary or doing it because it's just art. You're not doing it because you're getting paid, kind of thing. Anyways, so the evolution of street art by the Sotheby article that I talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It they I didn't feel like paraphrasing, so I'm just going to quote. Although the terms are often used interchangeably, graffiti and street art are distinct forms of urban expression. Graffiti typically focuses on stylized lettering, symbols, or tags, emphasizing the artist's identity or crew affiliation. It often employs spray paint or markers and prioritizes visibility and placement. In contrast, street art encompasses a broader range of visual expressions, including murals, stencils, wheat paste posters, and even installations. Street art often aims to engage with the public on social or political themes, sometimes with the artist's consent from property owners. And then, yeah, thoughts. Agree, disagree?
Yeah, that makes sense. I still think it's funny because it seems like it's kind of blurring into each other at this moment.
Yeah, for sure. So, though Banksy is probably the most well-known street artist, he was definitely not the first to commercialize the art. Jean-Michel Basquiat?
Basquiat?
Basquiat. There we go. Hey! I was like, Basquiat. That was my second guess. I was going to get
Basquiat,
there. Yeah. Okay. You say the full name.
Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Yeah!
Everyone just calls him Basquiat, though.
Yeah. Well, he began his artistic career tagging buildings in East Village and Soho under the pseudonym. Do you know?
Oh, is it King or something? I don't remember.
Samo.
Sam. Oh, how could I forget? I've seen all the biopics and whatnot. Anyway.
Yeah. So it stands for same old shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So through his collaborations with artists like Andy Warhol, he was able to bring street art into galleries and museums. And then, tell us what you know. I didn't do the research on this guy, so tell us info. You know stuff.
Oh, well, I'm not going to go crazy on it, but yeah, I mean, it kind of changed what he was about. And so I feel like sometimes he had a hard time with that delineation between doing it for the streets and then actually being in a gallery. And also he just had a lot of ideas that he wanted to get out. And I feel like he felt a lot of pressure, and he unfortunately had gotten into drugs at the same time. So that wasn't great.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Another notable artist is Keith Haring. So they brought street art into the mainstream consciousness in the 1980s. His art was a form of activism, bringing awareness to AIDS, apartheid, and the LGBTQ plus rights.
Love me some Keith Haring.
Yeah. Tell us what you know.
Well, recently there was a art exhibit that he had some of his artwork painted on buses, and I know it came here. Not sure if it's still in New York at this time of recording, but it looked pretty cool. And a lot of his artwork was political, especially because it was happening during a lot of the AIDS crisis. And he really had a love for humans as well.
Yeah. Okay, final quote, because it just got to a point where my brain stopped working and didn't want to paraphrase anymore. Still from the Sotheby article, it's the state of graffiti and street art today. Today, graffiti and street art coexist as influential components of urban culture. While graffiti continues to thrive as a subculture movement, often resisting commercialization, street art has increasingly gained mainstream acceptance. Cities around the world have embraced street art as a form of cultural tourism, commissioning large-scale murals and organizing festivals. The integration of street art into urban culture has revitalized neighborhoods, drawing tourists and fostering community pride. Art districts like those mentioned below showcase how graffiti can transform urban areas into thriving cultural hubs. You can find that article at some point when I get my nuts together. It'll be in the show notes.
Nice.
But yes. It was actually, both of these articles were really good and fast reads. I learned a lot, and I'm really grateful that they exist. I think that the Sotheby article seemed a little bit uppity. I don't know.
I would say, just real quick, one of the best graffiti spots is no longer here in New York. It was called 5 Points.
Oh,
and if anybody had gotten to see that, it was pretty spectacular. Just like really old school work, really bright, beautiful colors. And also, if y'all are ever in Miami, check out the Wynwood district. There's some really great street art just on the walls, Wynwood
Yeah.
walls. Check
I
it
was
out.
also going to say, if you're ever in California and you're in Long Beach commissions street artists, graffiti artists to do the walls and do murals all over. They have like weekends where you can watch as they do it. And they'll tell you like on the website where different artists will be. And so you can see the murals getting put up and they like work with various different street artists. I'm actually really sad though, because one of my favorite murals is now gone. It was in this parking lot where I did like because I thought I was going to be a fashionista type person at some point, and I did like a little mini photo shoot with a friend there, and there was a lot of great street art that has since been taken down from Long Beach because it's getting gentrified, and they only want commissioned art and they don't want the other stuff. So that's kind of sucky, but the art is still amazing and it's beautiful, and I'm glad that they're working with the artist now to do that.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's my backstory stuff. And then next time in part 2, we'll get into the feud and the back and forth between King Robbo and Banksy. Okay. Yeah, what'd you think?
I love that story. I think that was really cool, informative. I'm really interested in that topic. So I think it's pretty cool.
Me too. I really like that almost every time I write an episode, I learn something different.
Mm-hmm.
It makes this really fun for me.
Great. Yeah, I think that's part of the fun of us creating this together is the learning of it all.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a sort of controversial Reddit story.
Ooh,
It'll be fun.
controversial. Okay.
Yeah. Well, to me, this person is taking a controversial stand. I think people could be like either on one side or the other of this. So it'll be interesting to get your take and to get everyone else's take once they've heard it. So it's from r/change my view, and it's by Keys to the Moon. Yeah. And
Keys
they
to the moon.
say, right? Graffiti artists and taggers are petty assholes.
I'm listening.
Uh-huh. Okay. So this week, the internet exploded with outrage at that stupid asshat who left her shitty art all over our national parks. Do you know about that? Because I don't.
I'm not aware.
Yeah. I was like, when did that happen? When was this?
Yeah, when was this post?
Allegedly 12 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Presumably, I would have known about that. But
yeah, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's not coming up in my memory.
Me either. Anyways, it got me into a big debate with a friend last night about the ethics of graffiti in general. I have cleaned spray paint off my parents' garage door 3 separate times now. I don't see how graffiti artists and taggers justify what they do. Whether you're drawing on a national park, someone's house, a mailbox, a delivery van, a subway station, whatever it is, if you don't own it, you don't have the right to draw on it. Somebody else has to come along and clean up your bullshit, or people just have to put up with their neighborhoods being covered in stupid tags. My stance: if you draw on something that doesn't belong to you, you're a dick. And maybe a dick is not a good thing. And being a dick is not a good thing. Therefore, people should stop being dicks. Therefore, people should stop drawing on things that don't belong to them. So that's that. And then there's a couple edits afterwards.
Okay.
That's
what a like statement.
Ipso facto.
Yeah, exactly. Ergo.
Yeah.
I.e.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What do you think about their stance?
I think it's a little one note, to be
Hmm.
honest, like
Hmm.
a blanket statement, because there's
Hmm.
different layers to art and
Yeah.
they're not seeing it as art clearly. I can,
Hmm.
like, okay, tagging somebody's garage is not cool.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. Especially like in a
Yeah.
random neighborhood. I just don't like in the suburbs. I don't see how that would be.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. It fit.
that's not cool. Like, cause that is
Yeah.
somebody's property that they're paying for.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but
Yeah.
there's certain things I don't mind. Like I mean, some of it is not visually so great,
Hmm.
but I have seen some really marvelous artwork on like
Hmm.
UPS and or not UPS, USPS trucks and subways.
Hmm.
So I'm a little biased perhaps.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. So that kind of goes into their first edit. Right off the bat, people seem to want to cite Banksy or some beautiful mural that a graffiti artist made as if that's the standard, as if that's representative of graffiti art. It's not. Graffiti art is mainly ugly scribblings and tags. You can conduct a field test for yourself if you'd like to prove this to yourself. Here's how. Walk down the street and count the instances of graffiti and categorize it into one of two categories: stupid tags and scribblings, or something with an iota of merit. I have done this several times on a few different streets in my city. It's something like a 90-to-1 ratio of stupid tags and scribblings to something with an iota of merit. And I was being generous. Pro graffiti folks, you love to cite the best graffiti when you debate about the merits of graffiti, but pretty murals and beautification projects are simply not representative of the true quality of what's out there. It's overwhelmingly eyesores. I
Hmm.
just, yeah, I kind of want to know where you live.
Yeah, bro, where do you live?
Yeah, why is this
Tell us.
so? I mean, I think I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. That if I had, like, if I lived in the inner cities, right, where it's, I guess, very public facing, like a lot of people are gonna walk by and, whatever. It would be really frustrating to me to have to clean my garage a lot or like paint over my garage all the time, especially because like random tags, like I said earlier, when we were talking about like the history of graffiti, it had it means something in
Mhm.
street culture, right? You're saying something. And if you're using my property to tag your gang, like I'm not part of your gang. I'm not part of
Yeah.
your crew. I'm not part of that. And I don't want to be pulled into whatever that ends up meaning to other people. I'm not
Mm.
repping you. I'm not part of that. So that I think would be problematic to me. But if somebody came and they created something really, really amazing, it, then I would probably want to know who they are and be like, hey, what else can you do?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, I get a little bit of their point, but they seem to be really generalizing and mean.
Yeah, just like the mean vibe is what is
Yeah.
getting me a little bit.
Hmm.
Funny,
Right?
this comes up is because yesterday in my neighborhood, there was it's just a regular business, like a bakery. And
Hmm.
I saw a man out there painting over some graffiti.
Mm.
And it was like the kind of one where it's just like a tag that you wouldn't be able to read per se.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
did kind of feel a little bit bad for that because it was like an independent business
Yeah.
and it was like the front of the
Mm.
business. They had to go buy paint.
Yeah. Ugh,
So there is that as well.
there is. Yeah. Right. And some people are doing it as a form of like true real vandalism. Um, or like bullying, right? Like kids will spray paint the houses of people that they don't like,
Hmm.
whatever. So I see their point, but I don't think that they're being open-minded or very kind.
Yeah, it's like they're just having one opinion and they didn't really have any backing behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, their final edit isn't any nicer.
Why do they keep editing this?
I don't know. It's because of the comments. Like, people keep coming for them in the comments.
Okay, got you. I'm like, why do they just keep editing
the final edit? Okay, my view hasn't changed, but I will clarify it. The vast, overwhelming majority of graffiti artists are assholes. I misspoke when I generalized. If you're a graffiti artist, you're most likely an entitled dickhead. Don't draw on stuff that's not yours. First graders understand that. Why can't graffiti artists? First of all, first graders don't understand that.
I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think they do.
They don't.
Oh, funny.
It's not. It's whatever.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, you obviously don't have kids. But yeah. So, right, like, you could see people on one end or the other of that spectrum. So it feels controversial.
Yeah, absolutely. And it clearly stirred up some folks' comments.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I've got. Do you have anything else before we get into the glimmers? Any thoughts, feelings, responses?
No, but I'm really excited about this topic. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, me too. My little tease for next week. Where did I write it? It was a good line. I lost it. I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole of a long-standing feud that ended in death. Which is
that wasn't a tease. Damn.
Disclaimer, it's a total over-exaggeration, leading you to think that something happened that didn't. It's total clickbait.
That's just, wow. I still want to listen.
Yeah.
I hope you all do too.
Me too. All right. So what's your glimmer for this week?
Okay. This might come up. I'm not trying to do a weird flex here.
Flex.
That's not the point of this story.
You should flex. Who cares? Listen, but, honestly, wait. Before you do this is why I'm telling you to flex. Flex. Do it. Be proud. Because I don't think that we're proud enough. We do not give ourselves enough opportunities to be proud. Like, why are we ashamed of being proud of ourselves? Why are we ashamed of being proud of ourselves? You have every right to be proud of yourself. So flex. Flex hard. Flex loudly. Please. Like, do it.
All right. You heard Lora, everybody. Flex hard. Flex loudly.
Yes, what's your flex? I want to hear it.
Okay, but that's still not the point of the story. I'm flexing, okay? So, this week I had a pickleball game, and I've been trying to practice and get better at it. And my glimmer is realizing the fact that I think not enough people express something outward, like vocally, to somebody enough. And it just takes a little compliment to make somebody's day. And I'd usually try to do that, but this was a nice reminder because I was playing and I was doing quite well. That's my flex. But
yeah, you were.
I had like more than one person come up to me and they're just like, wow, Robin, you are really improving. Like, that was a impressive game you did. And it was hard for me to take that in, but it also made me feel really encouraged. And
Yeah.
I think some people might think that in their head, but they don't always say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just felt like really nice because it came across as like very genuine. And
Mm-hmm.
then to hear it from multiple people, I was like, all right, yeah, I guess I am doing well.
Yeah, you're
And so,
impressive.
yeah. But yeah, so it was just like a nice little pep in my step for this
Uh-huh.
week. I was like, all right, my practice is starting to show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just kind of further proves my point. Like, we should be proud of ourselves. That's something to be proud of, that you're improving, that you're working so hard and you're practicing to be good at this skill. Why not be proud of yourself? There's no reason for you to minimize that. Right? Like, why? What happened in culture that we said, oh, you're not allowed to be proud of yourself anymore. You're not allowed to say this out loud. Like, low key, I'm really this or whatever. Like, high key that shit. Like, be
Yeah. Yeah. I
proud.
mean, even I felt instantly to go like, oh no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But I just said, well, I've been working on it. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. I
Yeah.
still tried to keep it,
Low key.
not like, yes, I'm great, but it did, inside I was celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I say this as someone who struggled also to take compliments too.
Mhm.
Like, where somebody would give a compliment and I would immediately deflect it and be like, "Oh no, ooh,
Yeah.
gross." Um, and then and then it became like I believe you. I believe
Mhm,
that you
mhm.
believe that's true. I don't, but you do,
Yep,
so we'll stick with that.
yep.
And then now it's a struggle where I'm at now in my like acceptance of compliments is it's a struggle for me to accept it without having to offer one back.
Mm. Yes.
Like, I
Yes.
feel like I now owe you a compliment, but when I give a compliment, I don't expect to have one back. I
Yeah.
say it because I genuinely believe this about this person, and so I'm like, "Okay, well, if I can believe that where I can give a compliment without wanting one back, then people can give compliments without needing one back also." So, that's where I am in the compliment thing of
Mm.
just saying thank you and moving on with my day and not having to give one back. It's like, "Thank you," and then immediately in my head, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut
Oh, man. Yes,
up."
been there, done that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
somewhere, between all those steps. So
Yeah. It's not linear, it's a circle, it's a
fair.
up and down, in and out, whatever. Like, it's all over the place where we are in our journeys.
Yeah, it's fluid. So what
Yes.
about you? What's your glimmer this week?
Uh, I, I'm not sure. I have 2, and I don't know which one to pick.
Mm.
Um, okay, I'll do both. One
Alright.
will be fast. So I'm in a spending mood, which is not good because it's not like I have money right now. But I bought stuff off of Amazon, and it finally came in, and they're like these cute little sports bra shirt things. And what I was most excited about is my syrup dispensers. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, I can pour my syrup in there, and it's now just a cohesive look, and it's super cute. So that, and then my second one is that I have my kids. I've been seeing on Instagram like how other moms are teaching their kids about money and finances and how to manage your money and through that kind of building responsibilities and teaching about like values through that as well and turning it into this intrinsic thing that you just want to do for yourself. So I've been like playing around with how I wanted to do that, and they hadn't been old enough until now. My big, she knows how to read and she knows how to count, and she's starting to understand the concept of money.
Mhm.
And so I have her on an employment contract. I have the youngest one on it too, but she has no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Um, so she's got like an employment contract and she gets a salary, and there are things that she must do. And then there are additional tasks that she can do. And if she does like a certain amount, then she'll double her salary.
Ooh.
Exactly. And so all of the things, there's like, she has to consistently practice our family values all the time. And there's like a bullet point of that. And my job is to point out that she's doing it. And then there's like 4 specific tasks that she has to do that highlight the values and encourage her to do things. And one of those has to do with like tidying without having to be told. So you
Mm.
get like, it's a 15-minute tidy, and I set a timer. I now have a 15-minute long playlist. So at the end of that playlist, you know that you're done. And she has to use her big, beautiful eyes to look and see what needs to be tidied and then go tidy. So
Oh.
I have like my friends' kids are staying with us right now, and I love them. It's great. Whenever all 4 of the kids are together, it's great because they just entertain each other.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday they cleaned, but then they ran out of stuff to clean in the 15 minutes. And I was like, the walls need to be cleaned.
Great.
Exactly. So they tidied what they could tidy. Um, one of them vacuumed, and then the rest of them like scrubbed the wall. They didn't do the best job, but they did better than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Scrubbed the walls. My house was so clean until they started playing again, but like it was so cool.
That's really great.
And most of them are
Wow.
on track to like get their salary. So I whatever this thing that I'm implementing, it's only been a couple of weeks.
Mm.
So hopefully it like encourages them. Payday is going to come up soon, so they get to see their monies. It'll be so fun. But yeah, it's really fun to see their growth and to see how this system is helpful. It's definitely been helping me to decrease how much I yell, because it's becoming a thing of like, well, here's what you have to do, and here's what needs to happen. So it's either you do it or you don't, and now you know the consequences. You're going to get paid or you're not going to get paid. So
Mm.
make a choice.
Yeah, that sounds like a really nicely organized idea, and hopefully, I mean, it
Hopefully it
sounds like they're
works.
getting it, so at least the big. But,
Yeah, we'll
that's pretty
see in
cool.
practice.
Yeah.
So far, it's been working mostly
Mhm.
so far, but it's only been 2
Yeah.
weeks. So let's see how consistent we can be. And I'm also hoping that because I'm going to start talking about like money management and budget with them, that it's going to force me to also do my money management and budgeting as well, and be more mindful and be better about my money spending habits. Um, so as a collective family, we can be in a better place. But as long as
Wow.
they learn, so that when they get older, they're set up for success, then that's all I want.
Yeah, that's all you can do, but setting them up for success is a huge step in the right direction, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. I mean, I was taught in theory, but not in practice, and definitely and not in what I saw happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it
as
was
did a
not
lot of us, I
modeled,
think.
right? Yeah. So I'm like breaking it down. It's like a spend, save, share situation.
Hmm.
And then the spending is like a wants versus needs situation.
Got you.
Yeah. So we're going to see. We haven't gone to the store yet for her to spend her money. So we'll see how this works out. Ooh, fingers
Yay, I
crossed.
love that glimmer. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Thanks. Okay. Any call to actions, people? What's your glimmer? Have you guys sent us your glimmers yet? Send us your glimmers. I would love to hear all of your glimmers.
Yes, just shower us in glimmers. I think that would be
Showers and glimmers.
incredible.
That would be so incredible.
Mhm. And, I know, uh, send us your favorite graffiti or street artist.
Ooh,
Let
yeah.
us know who it is, and maybe we can
Uh-huh.
go look for them someday.
Yes, we can do like a not like a pub crawl, but like a where we go around and start looking for people.
A art crawl, street art crawl,
Street art crawl. A find. What's it called?
Where's Waldo?
Oh my
no,
god! It's like
I Spy.
Kind of. You send kids on a something
treasure hunt.
Yes. Is it a treasure hunt? We're gonna call it a treasure hunt.
Or
whatever.
We can, make a bingo card or
something.
Slots we could do.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Just send it. My brain.
Send us. Let us know who your faves are. That would be awesome.
That would be. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that just about wraps it up.
It does. All right. As we've said, that wraps it up. If you've enjoyed hanging out with us today, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Deezer, so you don't miss
5 stars.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. And until next time, fuck it.
Stay petty.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, my brain today, it was struggling.
Hey,
gonna be
a
hard
edit.
Happens. It's gonna be a hard edit to make me not sound like an idiot.
No, it's not gonna be that crazy.